Hello. All right. I have to just put my unsolicited opinion on something. So, all this stuff with Nicky Meris and the Angelo Jello, I don't know his name. I'm going to call him Jello Ball. Um, but her and that Ashley Howard chick that's pregnant by Anthony Edwards, I want to address the cougars. So, if you're a cougar, come closely. What does Monique say? Come close, my loves. So, I'm 43. I'm a recovering cougar. Actually, I'm not recovering. I just don't cougar anymore. I went through a phase where I was into younger dudes. And it's not even that I was into younger dudes, they were just into me. When I lived here in Maryland, when I first moved here, that's like all I was attracting were like dudes like in their early 20s. It was kind of weird. And looking back, I look back at it and it's kind of creepy and I'm low key disgusted with myself a little bit. It was a phase. The phase is gone, thankfully. But so Nikki Meris, you're 35 plus. You get with a 22-year-old. Actually, she wasn't 35 plus. She was probably early 30s. But still, you get with a 22-year-old who's a professional athlete. Um, you end up, I don't know if they're married or whatever, but you end up getting with this dude and you have not one, but two kids by him. Two. Two. Then he cheats on you, shocking. And you go to the internet to blast him to only have the new pregnant side piece, the new moron, um, kind of blow you up on the internet as well. Now they're both idiots, but I'm looking at Nikki because you're the elder in this situation. And my thing is, what did you expect? You were 30 something getting with a 22-year-old. Like what were you expecting? I'm just curious. What were you expecting? Like, what were your intentions? I'm assuming you didn't set them right because look at the situation that you're in. Which brings a bigger issue. So, when I was actively cougaring and fucking around with 20-year-old dudes, I made it very clear to them, and this is going to sound crazy, but I used to go up front, listen, this is strictly physical. Um, don't want to go in public with you. Don't want to be your girlfriend. Not trying to have a baby. You're here because you come in my space. You're here to have a good time with me. We can chat and eat and smoke a joint afterwards. But sorry I cut off. But like, no, we're here to have a good time because we're consenting adults. Um, Maybe have a little bit of decent conversation afterwards, eat a meal, talk some shit. I love to drop a good conspiracy theory on somebody. And yeah, after that, get the fuck out of my house. And that's all in the span of 4 hours, because you ain't staying in my house more than 4 hours. And four is a stretch. It's really three. It's really two. But like, that was my arrangement. Now, there were situations that I ran into where I found that the guy would start to actually like me, and then I would have to cut it off because it's like, that's not what this is about. This is not about a relationship. This is about physicality. It's about sex, and that's it. And I think if we were more upfront with each other and ourselves, I think a lot of issues would be off the table later on if you were just upfront in the beginning. So I'm looking at this situation with her. Obviously, she wanted a family with this man. This is another thing that I'm finding. A lot of these cougars want to have babies. I got to order my McDonald's. Hold on. But here's my thing with these cougars, though. Like, Nikki, you had two babies with the man in his early 20s. Like, did you think he was going to be faithful to you and treat you a certain type of way? Let's take all that out for a second. Nicky Meris, you lead with sexuality. Everything about you is sexual related. And I can't help but to think that you get what you give off. So if this is the type of shit that you continuously give off, that's all you're ever gonna get. So I'm confused as to why you're confused. And that other lady, Ayesha Howard, from the little bit that I read, she's, pregnant on purpose. And that's the other thing. Why are these girls having sex? It's like you're having babies for paychecks. What happened to getting a fucking job and working for it yourself? Like, a real boss bitch gets it on her own. She doesn't have to have a baby to get it. She doesn't have to live off of another man or another person to get it. Like, she just gets it. I'm really confused. Um, but to all the cougars out there, you're not supposed to have a baby with the 20-year-old. You're not supposed to have a relationship with the 20-year-old. That shit is for fucking, great company, great conversation, good food, and get the fuck out.